Welcome to the Bettis Musgrove Show, the podcast where personal injury legal expertise meets real-world advice to empower and protect you. Join us as we delve into the critical aspects of personal injury cases, break down legal jargon into actionable insights, and share essential safety tips to help you navigate life's unexpected moments. And now, here are your hosts, Spenser Bettis and Ben Musgrove.
Well, welcome to Season 2, Episode 8 of the Bettis Musgrove Show. As always, I'm Ben Musgrove. This is Spenser Bettis, and we're joined today by Christopher Light, our newest attorney here at the firm. And we're honored to be joined by a guest who is absolutely Forsyth County royalty, been around forever in the county, Mr. Jacob Otwell. The sales manager over at Andean Chevrolet. Appreciate you joining us today.
Appreciate y'all having me.
Yeah, I want to get to know you a little bit better, get to learn about the Chevrolet dealership and all you guys do here in the community. So why don't you start out by just telling us a little bit more about who you are, where you came from, that kind of.
My name is Jacob Otwell. I'm the youngest of four sons. My dad is Jim Otwell. I got a son that's a little over 2 and a little daughter that's 6 months old. 13 nieces and nephews total, 11 on my side and 2 on my wife's side. Andean Chevrolet's been open since 1948. My grandfather, which is Dad's dad, started it.
Okay.
And started just selling Chevrolets out of there. Had Geo, had a couple of other things there over time, but mainly Chevrolets. Been there 77 years.
That's great. And I should have mentioned, your wife joined us on the previous episode, Miss Abby, talking about Keystone Village. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Love getting to know her a little bit and what she's doing. So
yeah, thanks
for coming on as well.
Absolutely.
So how many years you been in the county?
So I was born in 1989 off Brownsbridge Road.
Okay.
Up by the Hammonds Crossing, as everybody knows it. Used to be a stop sign. Now it's a huge intersection. Graduated from North Forsyth High School in 2008. Then ended up going to Bruton Parker College. Played baseball down there for 4 years.
Okay.
It's the only time I've been away from the county was those 4 years.
So out of the three of you, who's got the longest tenure here in the county? You?
I guess I'm the oldest, so me personally, we'd have to do some digging about the families, though. I don't know, the Otwells and...
Yeah. If you go...
I feel like he's probably got us beat.
Yeah. So at the fairgrounds, if you go to the doctor building over there, you'll see a photo of my great-grandpa in there because he delivered babies in Forsyth County in the 1800s. So, wow. I know we can track it there, probably a little bit further back of that, but...
I joke with Christopher all the time that between him and Spenser, there's absolutely no chance that we don't know somebody in this county, or they're not related to somebody in this county.
Related.
Now that we've got you in here,
I'm sure there's something.
There is definitely a way.
We went to lunch with Matthew Bottoms the other day, and same thing. It was like, oh, yeah, that's my cousin. He's like, oh, that's my cousin, too.
My wife's cousins with Matthew. So.
There you go. There you go.
It's a circle. There it is.
It's a circle.
But your grandfather, Roy.
That's my great uncle.
Great
uncle.
Okay.
Yeah. So Roy Otwell had the Ford store, which is now Billy Howell.
Okay.
But Otwell Middle School is named after him. And that's my grandpa's uncle. So he had Forsyth County Bank, Otwell Ford.
Okay.
So that's who gave my dad his first job at Forsyth County Bank. And then my neighborhood that I live in is actually called Otwell Subdivision 2. And I think he was the first to develop it in the 50s, I think.
See, when I said Forsyth County royalty, I was spot on.
Yeah, because he was also a part of bringing Lake Lanier.
Right.
To be Lake Lanier was Roy, so he did a lot.
What was your experience growing up here as a kid?
It was small, obviously, compared to now. I mean, you truly did know everybody everywhere you go. Now, you might be lucky to see somebody if you go to Roosters or something like that.
Yeah, guaranteed.
But... it was definitely smaller. I mean, in high school, you knew everybody. I'm sure they don't nowadays.
You said you graduated North. How many people were in your class?
Probably 430, 440, somewhere in our graduating class. I think it was like 1,800 total.
Was West open then, though?
It opened up my senior year, so they didn't have seniors my senior year.
I graduated with 198, so 430.
Huge.
Crazy huge.
But it was 3 high schools most of the time.
Yeah.
So now we have, what, 6?
7, I think.
7?
Yeah. Because West was the 4th one.
That's cool.
You were a baseball player. What position did you play?
Outfield mainly. Played a little first base. Being left-handed, they don't let you play shortstop, nor could I, but mainly outfield.
Okay.
I always thought you was kind of a basketball guy because we played together over the years, saw you all the time, but guess you were a baseball guy.
Yeah, I played basketball because it was too cold to play baseball. So it was that what you did between November and January,
That makes sense.
So get a little conditioning in for basketball, but we were terrible, so
Were you too old to ever play against him, Christopher?
Yeah, I think he was 8th grade my senior year.
Okay.
That sounds right.
Yeah, so he came in he was the group right after us, came through.
I played with his brother, Peyton, freshman, sophomore year, and then Peyton graduated.
I gotcha. So once again, I'm outnumbered. College athlete. Just a guy over here.
The only one that's running Ironmans, though.
Well,
so
that's true.
You're in better.
I peaked a little later, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm too broken to do that.
Me too, I promise. Still recovering from the one in May.
Let's talk about Andean.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell us a little bit about the history.
All right. So obviously our last name's Otwell. So the name came from talking about Uncle Roy earlier. So there was Otwell Ford. And you got to think in the 40s, there was no internet. You had a phone book.
Yep.
So my grandpa said, well, I'm not going to call it Otwell Chevrolet because then everybody's going to think the same guy that owns the Ford store owns the Chevy store. And sometimes they got along and sometimes they didn't get along.
That's a good Thanksgiving rivalry.
Exactly. 100%. So, so he had 2 daughters at the time, and one was Patricia Ann and the other was Sarah Dean.
Okay.
So he took their middle names and put them together. Wow. A happens to be the first letter in the alphabet, so he popped up first in the phone book. So they all made sense to go with Andean.
That's hilarious.
So all the time we hear people say, oh, I know Mr. Andean, he told me my next one was free. So we hear that a lot. We know they're not from here when that comes out. So
I'd never heard that story, actually. I didn't know that.
So that's how. So Dad Dad was born in 53, so that's why his name's not in it. So
I'd heard a version of it. I didn't know the phone book thing, but
yeah.
That's marketing.
100%.
That's it.
You guys have what's going on, Andy? Any other locations, any kind of plans for the future?
Yep. So about 2.5 years ago, we bought a Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram store. It's in Franklin, North Carolina, also called Andean. So it's Andean CDJR instead of Andean Chevy. Definitely different. Obviously being a different brand, different rules there. Eventually it'd be cool to get some other things. There's a lot of grandkids in the mix, so who knows if any of them will want to get into it. But right now we're just doing the Chevy and the Ram.
How'd you end up in North Carolina?
So a guy called and was like, hey, do I want to buy a dealership? I might know somebody that's selling. And we're like, well, maybe.
Yeah.
So just listen to it. And then it's a town, it's in Franklin, North Carolina. So it's a town of 30,000. So it feels like Cumming was back in the 90s. But just made sense. Small market, different demographic.
Okay.
And we've never had a different brand. So ventured out on that.
That's pretty cool.
I might have a question about that later.
All right. Hit me. I might know.
It's in the quick fire. It's in the quick fire.
Oh, okay, good. Okay.
And you work there with all of your brothers, right? All your brothers work there?
Yeah. So there's James. He's the oldest. He's 43. And then John, he's in the back office. And he'll take over Mom's spot.
Kind of the finance part.
More of like bookkeeping, receivables, financial statements, that kind of stuff. Then Joseph's up there with us, so he'll take over as the dealer. And then me. So there's 6 of us total that are there day in, day out, Mom and Dad.
What's it like working with your entire family every day? Because I could go ahead and tell you I couldn't do it.
That's the number one question. Yeah. So we all kind of do something a little bit different.
Yep.
So that probably helps. We're all very laid back individuals. We don't love confrontation in general, so that probably helps. So, I mean, it goes well. I mean, it's...
Okay.
I can vouch for that. I know all the brothers and the dad and Jim is as good of people as there is, and they're all kind of cut from the same cloth. They didn't get too big an outlier, which a lot of families have.
Yeah, that's true. So. Yeah, Dad's a very humble, soft-spoken, quiet type leader. So
that's cool. I'd love to meet him one day.
Yeah, come on.
That's awesome. So tell us about Andy. The big thing we like to do on the show is kind of highlight big things happening in the community. I know you guys are involved in all sorts of different things. Tell us the different nonprofits and groups and things that you sponsor.
All right, I brought a list.
Okay.
Because
you have to have a list.
How long is this podcast?
As long as you want it to.
Well, I was going to say, I've never served on a board that was raising money that somebody would say, I'll go talk to Jim and Andy, because.
So not everything's on here. Try to get the highlights. So from a school standpoint, all the local high schools in Forsyth County. We also do Dawson County, Buford, and then a couple of the Cherokee schools that are on this side.
Yeah.
We give away a car to Teacher of the Year every year. We started that in 2016.
That's right. I remember hearing about that.
So we've done different cars and different things over the year.
Forsyth County Teacher of the Year?
Forsyth, yeah.
Okay.
So they do, each school has a Teacher of the Year, and then there's 5 finalists that ends up, in the chance for the Teacher of the Year win. And then it's chosen from them 5.
Okay.
So we've done a tracks the last couple of years as the giveaway. So that's been pretty cool.
That's awesome.
We're involved in the Duck Drive, which is a big grant writing fundraiser. It's called Forsyth County Education Foundation. My brother Joseph's on the board there.
Mm-hmm.
The Folk House Center is the main theater's named after my grandparents, which is
okay.
the Andean side, mom and dad's, or dad's side. Junior Achievement, we have a storefront in Junior Achievement, which is the middle school program. Dad's on the Lanier Tech board, partnered with Forsyth Central Automotive program. So we've hired several kids out of that program to start as changing oil, and then they just work their way up.
I've never heard about what is that program, if you know?
So they compete. I mean, they've won I don't know if it's a world championship or a state championship, but they do engine swaps and stuff, and it's all competitions. And they have 5 or 6 different teams that go.
So Central has a auto shop.
Yeah, it's a class.
Yeah.
Okay. At the high school?
Yeah,
At
it's
the
like
high
a
school.
pathway.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you can, so it sounds like partnering with that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Instead of going the college route and more of a trade route and getting your hands in it.
Exactly. So, and then we've hired a bunch of them, and they start changing oil. And some of them will go to Lanier Tech and do their automotive program as a secondary type thing.
Yeah.
And then some of them just kind of forge their own path toward GM. So pretty cool little program.
That is cool.
Because one day that's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
It's going to be labor. So that's a good way we've been able to get technicians that started with literally nothing of,
yep.
They did some stuff in high school. So, let's see. So for teacher oil changes, so if you're a teacher that lives and works in Forsyth County, we give you a $55 credit. If you own a GM, you don't have to buy it from us toward an oil change, each oil change. So we do that. This year, Dawson County football is raffling off the truck. So if you want to buy a truck raffle and support Dawson County football, they're going to do a Colorado, which is pretty cool. I'm supposed to tease, we do have an NIL deal with a college athlete. We have not announced it.
Okay.
So here's a little teaser.
Okay.
Y'all will find out.
You heard it here first.
This is pretty cool.
This is breaking
news.
Here. So that'll come out in the fall. All right, so that's the school. So nonprofits, Keystone Village, Creative Enterprises, United Way, Relay for Life, American Cancer Society, Fellowship of Christian Athletes. I'm actually one of the board members for that. Baldridge Lodge, Christian Life Ministries, Fishing with Everyday Heroes. So they take veterans struggle with PTSD. They take them fishing. That's a local thing here. Georgia Right for Life, Whispering Hope, North Georgia School of Gospel Music, Planning the Gospel. There's a fireside program where they go in with middle schoolers, and it's a Christian program there.
Had to turn the page.
Have to turn, yeah. Yeah. So, wow. Do a bunch of golf tournaments, of course, hole-in-one tournaments, Chamber of Commerce, Joseph's a member over there. A lot of 5K races, a lot of little travel teams, things like that. Mount Pisgah, New Harmony Church do an engine giveaway at their car show every year. So we donate the engine to that. And then the school playhouse. We also sponsor the school playhouse where Tams is at over there.
Okay.
So,
City of Cumming. Don't y'all do something with the fair or?
oh yeah, good point. Yes, that's in here somewhere.
So
So
left one off your massive
yeah.
The city has never asked them for anything. They didn't.
Yeah. So obviously,
Participate in for
4th of July parades,
Yeah.
the fair, the rodeos, they
That's
have
incredible.
one big package for that.
So you just named all 40 things.
Yeah.
And I think
something.
that shows what everybody who's come on the show has talked about. This county is blessed to have a ton of organizations out there supporting people that need it, and you guys are clearly leading the charge on it. So thank you for doing it. That's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, if you put into the school system, it's going to generate the next generation.
Yep.
And if you have great people coming through, it's going to help everybody in your community. So we fully believe that.
Who manages all that?
So each one's a little bit different. Yeah, exactly. So, we're all kind of spread out a little bit on different boards and different things.
Yeah.
We do have somebody that kind of helps set up things at certain events. That's not the only thing they do. They work for us, but they'll go put up booths or things like that. So it depends what it is exactly on how, who handles what. It's a team effort for sure. Not one person.
I don't know. Without hiring some person to do it all, I don't know how anybody could do this.
Yeah. We don't have a dedicated person to answer your question.
So we've got an unintentional, maybe it's become intentional now thing where we had PJ Gervin on the podcast last year.
I graduated with him.
Oh, did you really?
At Forsyth. He's an 08 guy. So,
So just by chance, every podcast since he's been on, he's been mentioned in some way. And now it's kind of like a running joke between us. But so, PJ, here's your mention. I know you guys, they're doing the Cumming Police Foundation golf tournament. You guys just donated a truck to the hole-in-one for that, right?
Yeah, so the way that works is we buy the insurance, and if somebody hits a hole-in-one, do you remember what hole it is? Did y'all hear?
I don't remember.
Whatever hole, maybe 5 or whatever it is at Polo. So if somebody hits a hole-in-one, they'll win a truck this year. Okay. So pretty cool.
You playing?
We're registered to play.
Okay.
I don't know if I'll be out there, but yeah. Sometimes we'll put a ringer team together, and I'm not on that team, so...
You can be on my team.
Yeah, exactly. If we're trying to win, I won't go out there and play. So.
I definitely won't break up.
You might in a little best ball action there. You can break 100.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Especially if you pick up at par, you'll be fine.
Well, I think I'm playing with PJ, and he's just started playing like 3 weeks ago. So,
what, in 3 weeks, played an impressive amount of golf.
Yeah. Texted me last night. He's been playing a bunch of golf.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So we're going to get into just your expertise, what it's like, what to look for when buying a car.
All right.
What do you look for?
All right. Obviously, a Chevrolet.
So,
wide open question.
I'm super. I drink the Kool-Aid. I've only ever driven a Chevrolet, so it runs deep. Obviously. What do you want to know specifically?
Just like when you're test driving or when you're meeting on the lot, what are the
new
tips
versus
and tricks?
used, mileage?
Yeah, so I mean, cars, engines, transmissions are made better nowadays than what they used to be made. I think what you're going to start seeing going forward is there's a lot of technology in the car. So think about your cell phone. There's like 300 of them on board. Everything's got a module. So I think that's where you'll start seeing, before engines and transmissions.
Yeah.
You'll start seeing modules and sensors and, they're trying to get to self-driving. So I don't know how that will go. I like to be in control of driving a car that's a missile. So, there's that.
Yeah.
I like that. In that, what is GMC and Chevrolets? What's their outlook on that?
So they have what's called Super Cruise, and it's not fully autonomous. It'll watch your eyes. So if your eyes go off the road, it will yell at you, and you have to take over control. I don't know how you can...
So your wife's going to be in the car at all times.
Essentially, your significant other's right there with you. Yeah. It'll beep at you, and then it turns red, and then it says take over. So... I don't like the idea of it personally. I think people should probably drive themselves instead of computers trying to drive, and you don't know what that car is going to do. I don't like it personally, but
yeah, I'm trying to think. I was watching another podcast and whatever the taxi service they have in Austin. I can't remember the name of it now. Waymo. Yeah. Apparently one of those little things just ran over somebody the other day and didn't recognize that they were on top of a person, and just drug them forever.
It's a huge problem. I mean, you hear about the Tesla that hit somebody or whatever autonomous thing, and it's a huge problem in my opinion. Of Uber and Lucid just made a $300 million deal a few days ago about autonomous taxis.
Yep,
and they're going to try to come out next year with them. So.
You're not going to catch this guy in one of them.
Yeah,
not a chance.
We were just at a conference. That's where that video was. And they were talking about
that's right.
Yeah. And they also showed a video of a guy was in Waymo and was just driving in circles. And he called Waymo, or whoever the company was.
He couldn't get out.
They're like, we can't do anything about it. He's like, what do I do?
What do I do? How do I get out?
So they're just circling the parking lot, and he's like, I can't get out of the car. Can you turn it off? And she's like, I can't turn it off. And it just kept.
There was something viral last week that a cop pulled over a autonomous car, and they went and there was nobody there.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't write a ticket to an autonomous car.
So I wonder, obviously we do a personal injury here, and most of that is car wrecks. If the autonomous thing takes on, I mean, it could potentially put us out of a job, which I think is a good thing because you got safer roads out there. But I feel like at the same time, the injuries are going to get worse before they get better. What do you think about that?
I would have to agree with that.
Yeah.
There's going to be a huge learning curve. I'm sure there's going to be new laws written over. There wasn't internet laws 30 years ago. Now there's a ton of internet laws.
Right.
So you're going to have to come up with something to govern.
Well, you're slow to catch up, too.
Playing catch up, instead of being proactive, reactive. But yeah, it sort of scares me. And really what scares me is I think the cars are probably sophisticated enough to handle it if everybody has one.
Correct. If they could all talk to each other.
Yeah. When you got Jack Smith just bebopping down the road, texting somebody, and he can't anticipate what the autonomous vehicle is going to do.
Exactly.
That ends in catastrophe. Especially because I know I'm guilty of this. When I get an Uber, I don't put on my seatbelt. I just ride in the back seat. Don't use that against me in future litigation. But
PJ?
Yeah. And you think you got, I'm in this spaceship that's going to take me to wherever I'm going. You just get in and start working on your laptop or whatever. It could be bad.
It could be. Yeah. Luckily, we ordered the car and we sell the car. So they don't involve us in any of the engineering, or they don't ask for our opinion on what we think. Can
you opt out of those, I don't know what you call them, services that the car may offer and buy one without it?
In GM world, yeah. So it's got to be equipped with Super Cruise, and you get a free trial for so long, but then you actually have to purchase a subscription to Super Cruise.
Okay.
So really it's another profit center for the dealer, for the manufacturer,
right.
Not the dealer, but for the manufacturer. So they're trying to go to a little subscription-based model.
Almost like an OnStar type.
Essentially. Yeah, it's ran through that.
Okay. Is Dodge doing similar things? Put you on the spot there.
Yeah, not that I'm aware of. I'm sure they've got something.
Right.
But I don't know of any.
What's going on with electric vehicles? You guys seen a lot of those?
So that's the hot topic right now. So September 30th, the EV credit goes away through the big bill.
Federal or state? Federal, I guess. Big bill. Yeah.
So that $7,500 tax credit is going to go away. So we lease a lot of electric cars. We don't purchase, like people don't purchase a lot. They lease a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So when that credit goes away, I feel like manufacturers will probably scale back on production, and then it'll be interesting to see what's going to happen. Because, I mean, it is a niche market. You can't charge anywhere you want to.
Yep.
It takes some time. So most people aren't going to road trip with an electric vehicle. So it works for a family with 2 cars, 1 gas car, 1 electric car, but it's hard to be your only car. So it'll be interesting to see what happens, especially after the EV tax credit goes away.
We took our twins down to Disney World a couple of weeks ago, and first day we went to the water park, whatever it's called, parked next to a Tesla from Maryland. And they were getting out at the same time we were, and I just made the joke, did you drive that thing all the way down from Maryland? He said, yeah, we did. I was like, good grief, how long did it? It took him 3 days. He's like, we had to pull over, and you have to sit there for hours and wait for it to charge, and then we'd keep going and have to kind of position where we're going to be to charge again.
Try to stop to eat or do whatever. It's a lot to think about. Extra on top of just getting to where you're going. So
some of the gas stations or racetrack in particular are trying to figure out a way to get ahead of that with EV stations. Is supercharge where you can get presumably in a 45 minutes to an hour full. But they just are like, there's not a ton of market for it. Right. So they're just kind of like, they're like, do we do it or not?
I think it's a battery issue too. I don't know if the batteries are capable enough to fill up that fast yet. So why do you think you lease more of them than sell more of them?
I was wondering that too.
So the manufacturer incentivizes it. Okay. So they've had issues selling electric cars. So they'll take that $7,500 tax credit. The manufacturer gets it because they're the one that owns the car,
right?
Not the leasee. Okay. So they put that into the residual value. So makes it a lot less money to lease.
Okay. It's pretty neat. I mean, I think I would like to have one eventually. No more driving than I do just around town, but I'm kind of partial to my pickup truck right now. So
I'm with you. I like my Silverado. So
I did ride in a Cybertruck the other day with a friend of mine. It drove us from the hotel all the way to lunch, and he didn't touch the wheel.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It was scary.
I was going to say, were you nervous?
Yeah. And he, without telling me, pushed the gas, and that thing
It takes.
will accelerate.
They're rocket ships.
Yeah, I mean, it's
It's
instant
ugly to see.
torque.
But
It's so ugly, it's cool, though.
We're talking about it.
Yeah.
Whatever he did, it works.
Yep.
yeah.
My kids love them. Every time they see one, they start screaming, Lego truck, a Lego truck.
What are the Chevrolet electric cars, though? I don't even know.
So we had a Bolt, and they got rid of that, but they're going to come back out with that, they say. And we got an Equinox EV, a Blazer EV, and a Silverado EV.
Totally electric.
100%.
How does a Silverado pull the electric versus a gas or diesel?
I
Do you
mean,
want to say that?
Yeah. I mean, to me, it's going to obviously drain the battery a lot more because you got so much weight behind there. I have not heard real life experience on somebody that's purchased one and pulls with it a lot. So I can't speak.
I've heard that EVs generate more torque, but
Correct. So, I mean, they should be. And pulling's about stopping, right?
Yeah.
Like, if it's got wheels, you can pull anything. You just got to be able to stop it.
Yeah.
So with the battery weighing so much, there's a lot of different components there too that, obviously electric car is going to weigh 60, 70% more than what a gas car would weigh. So
I don't know if you saw that at church or not, Chris, but Chris Emmett showed a picture of a Prius towing a Prius down 400. It was hilarious. Yeah, if it's got wheels, you can pull it, I guess.
if it's got wheels, you can pull it.
What kind of trends are you seeing with vehicles? Size, technology? What's kind of the next?
It seems like everything's getting bigger.
The garages are getting
and the garages are getting smaller. Make that make sense. The Silverado now is a whole lot bigger than it was 20 years ago.
Thank goodness they finally added some back seat space.
Oh, there's days back
It
there.
was the worst for Ford had them whipped, and they finally, I think, like 8 inches or something they added to it.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we saw a lot of SUVs, a lot of trucks. Chevy got out of the car game. We make a Corvette. No Camaro, no Malibu, no Impala. I mean, fully SUV, fully truck now.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I think everything's going over to crossovers and trucks.
Yeah.
You guys got any plans for any other locations?
Not right this second. We'd love to, expand a little bit more. It's tough when you're dealing with your AutoNations and massive publicly traded companies. It's a little different.
Carvana,
we could talk about that. That's a different. That's a disruptor, I guess you could call it. But yeah, I mean, it'd be nice to expand out a little bit more.
Is Carvana the one that has like the vending machine downtown?
Correct. Yeah.
And my oldest daughter thinks that's the coolest thing in the world.
The
Cars
glass
stacked
booth.
up. Yeah.
they'll deliver to your house,
And
right?
we'll deliver to your house.
Yeah.
But you never get to see
I
it.
just can't imagine. I mean,
Yeah.
That's so to me. I mean, everybody says they hate car salesmen. I understand the sentiment behind that, but like,
They hate personal injury attorneys too.
Yeah,
So
I mean-
we're right there with you.
need a senator in here will be good. But people want to feel, touch, smell, drive, especially if they're going to spend $60,000, $70,000, $80,000.
Yeah.
It's the second thing the second biggest thing they're going to purchase outside of a house.
Mm-hmm.
So
Man, I
I mean,
won't buy a pair of blue jeans without putting them on first. I can't imagine buying a car.
well, and always, I mean, especially if you're buying used too. I mean,
exactly.
you see things that,
Yep.
used vehicle. I just can't imagine.
Yeah. And they do return policies and things like that,
Yeah.
but it seems like a lot of money you got to go through to ship a car, deliver a car, and then take it back.
I do, and I may be completely off base here, but I do feel like cars are a little bit more disposable than they used to be, even though they're more expensive. I don't think people keep them for the same amount of time. Like my dad and my granddad had trucks that were 40 years old.
Well,
I get new one every 5 years.
Yeah, I mean, biggest difference is parts are disposable.
Yeah.
I mean, you just, whatever's wrong with it, you just take it off, put a new one on.
Yep.
Where back then you'd service everything. Nobody services a rear end anymore.
Right.
Just change a part, move on with life. So it's
Yep.
different.
Well, what's in terms of community involvement, other than the coming police thing and everything you named off there, which may be everything? You guys got any big projects on the horizon that you're getting involved with?
Nothing new or different.
Except for the NIL deal.
Yeah, we've never done that before. So that, yes.
Can you tell us football, baseball, basketball?
The fall.
The fall, okay.
So
there you go.
We'll let you go with that one there. But, obviously heavily involved with Keystone Village.
I was going to ask, how's Appy doing with that?
Yeah, she's good. Obviously, she's not full time,
Right.
But she still helps out with them. They got a long way to go, so obviously throw them a shout out for needing more support and different things like that. So
I saw a post yesterday that some celebrity, I guess, got on board with them or something like that. So that was neat.
I missed that one.
Yeah.
So have they started building houses out there yet?
No, they haven't.
They have the land. They got that
They
all
have the
donated.
land. Yeah.
Okay.
They're just going toward their fundraising goals, so they
And the
can.
developer was going to do the grading and developing work for them. Right?
Yeah, they donated. I don't know if it was a dollar amount or if they're actually going to physically work, but I know they donated some toward that.
We were involved with the bags and bling, or I think that's what it was called.
Yeah.
That was fun.
That was a great fundraiser. Yeah. That was fun.
Do that again next year.
Yeah.
What about you? Anything personally on the horizon?
Fellowship of Christian Athletes.
Yep.
They're in all the local high schools, plus the alternative school. That's a great organization that can reach the youth through sports mainly, but they also do other things that aren't just for sports teams. So that's fun to be involved there. Other than that, though, nothing specific.
Here's a follow-up on that. So we've had a lot of individuals on who were here for their specific organizations talking about why people should support from a business standpoint. What has Andean seen just from charitable giving and being involved? I mean, why would you recommend a business get involved in that aspect?
You can see impactful changes to people's lives.
Yeah.
Whether it's single moms or youth or mental health or whatever the case may be. There's so many good nonprofits that are in this area and a lot of good people with good hearts that just want to make this a better place. So being able to partner up and be able to support, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, they buy biscuits to entice kids to come to the morning, rallies, things like that. Like it needs money, and it needs support. It needs people behind it.
Yeah. And oftentimes not a ton of money.
Yeah, exactly.
A couple $100 would go a long way for breakfast.
100%.
So
yeah.
That's awesome.
You said you had 2 young kids. How old are they? And are they into?
Yeah. So my boy he turned 2 in April, and then I got a little girl that's 6 months old.
So Spencer's age.
Yeah, right there with you. His daughter's a couple months older than Hudson, and the other one's a couple months younger than
Just wait
Charlie.
till they start getting into sports and extracurriures, man. It's fun, but it's busy.
It's busy.
And then they ask for sponsoring sports teams. So your list is going to double.
Yeah. It's which we do, of course, but it's my brother's going through that right now. He's got 4 kids, and they're 13 to 5, and they all play.
And I see
a couple different, whether it's Cold Mountain or Dobbs Creek or.
Yep. We just signed one for Cold Mountain softball, so I'm sure I'll see him out there.
They got a great program.
They do.
There.
It's great. I put in to be a coach. I don't know if they'll accept me or not. I don't have the college pedigree like you guys.
They'll take anybody.
Yeah. If I show up with a bucket of balls, I'm in.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. Why don't we move into the rapid fire questions here?
All right, let's do this.
Right.
This one's specifically tailored for you.
Oh, love it.
Chevy or Dodge?
Gotta go Chevy. It's been 77 years in the family, and Dodge has been 2.5 years. Sorry, Mayor. I know he's gonna get on to me for that one. He's a Mopar guy, but no, I do have to go Chevy. I do.
You say you drive a Silverado.
I do drive a Silverado.
Did you have you ever driven the new Corvettes?
Yeah.
What do you think about them?
It's the most incredible car, especially for a domestic, especially something that's not $400,000. In that class of car, it's the best bang for the buck.
Yep.
I mean, the base model has 495 horsepower.
Yep.
And you can buy it for $70,000.
Sold one to my uncle.
Yeah. So David, shout out David.
The late 60s Corvettes are my absolute favorite. Maybe getting just into 70, but the new ones, man, they're just so good looking.
Dad restored a 73, I believe. It's either a 72 or a 73 Stingray.
Yep.
It's beautiful.
They are.
They're
awesome. Slow compared to today's cars.
They are.
They just look so good.
Yeah.
You a coffee drinker?
So, yes.
Okay.
But it's kind of started more later in life. I usually make coffee at home. So,
okay. What's your brand?
Whatever's on sale at Costco.
Like it.
As pathetic as that is to say, if we get coffee out, my wife has to order it for me because all the names and the different things, just doesn't make sense.
My law wife partner here, he has to order mine too because he's all about the syrups and
exactly the different milks.
I'm a latte guy.
Got all the sugars and the sweets.
Yeah.
Which I do prefer that. I can't drink black coffee, so.
Yep. Bruton Parker baseball, but are you a Bulldog fan?
I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your projection for this year?
I think they'll be good. I see them making the playoffs. I feel like Gunnar Stockton's probably a better leader than Beck is. I think Beck's obviously got better measurables, but I think Gunnar's probably more of a Stetson Bennett type of leading a team and, staying in the pocket, taking a hit, extending a drive with his legs, things
that goal
like
line
that.
hit he took last year. I mean, that was
unreal.
that's all I need to see.
Kids and stuff.
He's ready to go.
It's got the intangibles.
Yeah, and he seems like a winner,
Yep.
So I think they'll be good. Obviously, it depends on their defense, and they always have running backs back there, so.
I would ask you about the Braves, but I think that ship sailed about 2 months ago.
Yeah,
so.
we might be sellers here in about 5 or 6 days. Hopefully, we'll sell a couple guys off.
What's the last book you read?
I don't read a ton of books. I don't read any nonfiction at all, to be honest with you.
I don't blame you. I don't either.
I like books about business and different things in that world. But I'm not a reader, sadly.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna follow up with something. But I'm gonna leave that one alone. Dinner with any historical figure. Who would it be and why?
So, historical figure. If I went sports, I'd probably go with like Babe Ruth or somebody in that realm. If I went history, it'd probably be one of the founding fathers.
Okay.
Somebody that signed the Declaration. I think that'd be pretty cool. But like, personally, it'd have to be my grandfather.
Yeah.
He passed away in 1973. So obviously I never got to meet him, but all the stories that Chris's granddad's told me about him and Lewis Ledbetter and all of them, he seemed like a really cool dude. He had some fun, but he was very strict in the sense of like schedules and like he did things a certain way and how he ran his business and family and everything. But just being so young and starting a car dealership and, a small town, 10 employees, obviously seen a lot of changes in Forsyth County. So that would be my personal one would be.
I think that's all. I mean, it sounds like a absolute giant in the community. I mean, clearly you guys still get to build on that legacy. So that's incredible.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
I think that's one of my favorite answers to that one. Last meal you ever get to eat, what is it and where it's from? Where is it?
I do like Little Alley's a lot.
Oh yeah, this guy.
Jam.
That's where we usually go anniversary or birthday, things like that.
Yep.
Now Mom's red velvet cake would definitely be dessert. So that's my dessert right there.
Okay.
You and I are going to be best friends. I turn 41 next Saturday. And I think we'll probably have a tomahawk ribeye that evening. So
yeah, there you go.
It's good. Get done selling cars at the end of the day. What's your favorite thing to do?
Stage of life we're in right now, I just love to go and play with my kids.
Yep.
Watching them learn things and speak, and our daughter's starting to sit up now and just hanging out with them. We're at the office a lot, work Saturdays, of course. So just being able to spend time with them is really what it is now.
We'll have you back on in a couple of years and see if that changed at all.
He'll be at the ball fields then,
Yeah,
I'm sure.
exactly.
So.
How many more could
That's true, too.
This is my favorite question. What's your favorite vacation spot?
Ooh. So on our honeymoon, we went to the Dominican Republic.
Okay.
And that was top notch. I've never done all-inclusive and all that before.
Where'd you stay?
Hyatt Ziva in Zilara in Cap Cana, whatever. So that's the only time I've ever done anything like that. As kids, we went to Daytona, like everybody in Forsyth County, and then Panama City.
Yep.
So good memories down there. Obviously, that's changed a lot. I like the mountains too. So
we really might be best friends. I love the DR and I love the mountains.
We'll just get up and go, dude. I think.
Yeah.
What's a skill or hobby you picked up recently?
Changing diapers.
I mean,
It becomes a hobby. Yeah.
Feeding a baby, seeing how quick you can do it all.
I've never changed a boy diaper, but I hear that's, and none of us in this room have other than you,
Yeah.
but I hear that's a different strategy.
Oh, girl.
Be quick.
Yep.
And cover.
Yeah. Shield before
Gotta
you go
make
in.
the teepee.
Yeah. So get it on and cover, and it does happen.
Yep.
I've been hit a couple times.
Friendly fire there.
Yeah, be quick. That's my advice.
Awesome. Well, tell us, so you don't read, you listen to podcasts?
I do. Yeah. So my wife makes fun of me because I don't really listen to music. I just mainly
Same.
listen to podcasts. So that's my little outlet.
What are your go-to podcasts?
So I do like some sports podcasts here and there.
Yeah.
But I like learning new things. So I'll listen to some podcasts, business and thought leaders and things like that.
Yeah.
Financial podcast, rental, if you had rental houses, just learning different things, what, different people do and that kind of stuff. Kind of a nerd when it comes to
Nothing
all
wrong with
that.
being a nerd.
I couldn't tell you the latest new song or whatever, but
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. I appreciate you sharing all that with us. And again, thank you for joining us. Been an absolute pleasure getting to know you and learn more about Andean as well. So tell everybody where they can find you or Andean or wherever on the internet, social media, that kind of thing.
yeah, so our Chevrolet store is AndeanChevy.com, and then our Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram store is AndeanCDJR.com. We're on Facebook, Instagram, maybe TikTok, but I don't get on TikTok.
You're on there doing TikTok dances?
Not yet. If I'm doing TikTok dances, we need to start selling more cars. We'll see. But yeah, all this normal socials, we're on there.
Awesome. Well, y'all go check them out and swing by, get your oil change, pick up a new car. Great group of guys. Appreciate all you do.
We appreciate that.
Yeah. And as always, you can find us BettisMusgrove.com, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok as well. Bettis Musgrove. If you're anybody you know has been hurt in an accident, give us a call. Happy to help you out. Until next time, you guys stay safe, stay healthy, and God bless.